Yo, what is cracking, my lords and ladies? Welcome back to another Elden Ring Shadow Archery guide. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys a full boss breakdown of Messmer the Impaler, the poster child to the Shadow of the Archery DLC. This is going to show you guys how to dodge all of his moves and which ones are the best to punish. So without any further ado, let's get into the video right now. Also, by the way, Messmer is a very tough boss. He's actually meant to take you towards the end of the DLC. So if you're having trouble with him, check out my Skadu tree fragment tutorials. All of them will be in the Elden Ring playlist. I'll have that up on the screen right now or down in the description below, because you guys are going to want to make sure that you're at least Skadu tree fragment blessing level 10. So yeah, pretty important. So make sure you guys check out those videos first before checking out this one. So before we begin, let's go over some gear that you should come into this boss fight with. One is going to be the Fire Drake Talisman +2. Obviously, Messmer's going to be using a lot of his Messmer fire attacks, so it makes sense to have fire resistance. And then you could have the Urtree's Favor +2 and Shard of Alexander. Those are always very excellent choices. And then your last talisman slot can be a talisman that complements your build. As far as armor set goes, wear something that has pretty good physical and fire defense. If you're going to be using Great Runes, which I don't in this video, but if you're going to be using them, Godric's Great Rune and Radahn's Great Rune are pretty good choices. Bleed and Frostbite Grease are pretty good choices as well if you're going to be using buffs, or any types of spells that could do that, such as the Bloodflame Blade or Frost Armament. However, Frostbite I found to be way more effective on this boss, as frostbiting him not only takes a lot of his health, but staggers his stamina and makes him do less damage if I'm correct. Also, this boss is staggerable, meaning you can get a riposte in. So for your physic tiers, I'll be using Stone Barb along with Opaline Bubble for damage negation. Before going to this boss fight, you are going to want to be at least Scuda Tree Blessing level 10. I have videos covering where to get all the Scuda Tree fragments all across the Realm of Shadow, so make sure you check those videos out. They will be in the Elden Ring playlist down in the description below or up on the screen right now as the video is playing through. You can summon players for this boss fight, and there's also an NPC you can summon as well, but for the sake of this video, we are going to be doing this solo. I will also be using the Cold Nagakiba along with the Cold Backhand Blades. Both of them are plus 24, not 25, with Nagakiba having the Unsheathed Weapon art, even though I'm pretty sure I have Chilling Mist in it, but yeah. And the Backhand Blades having the Blind Spot Weapon art, which can be used to get in cheeky hits, but I will not be doing that. Instead, I'll be relying mostly off of 2 R1 slashes. But with all that being said, let's get into the boss guide breakdown. Messmer will always start with the giant orb floating smash explosion attack. Wait for him to fall down and roll into it. Then you're going to wait a second and roll into it again to dodge the explosion. This is a perfect time to get in some free damage. 1 to 2 hits is good. It's always safe to do that, but you could do 3, even though getting greedy is a very bad idea in this boss fight. The Messmer can do a couple types of physical swings with the spear. We have an upper slash with a slightly delayed spin jump. This one can be dodged just by dodging away accordingly. It's also worth mentioning that he can do this and then do a spinning fire jump attack. Now, you can actually just strafe completely to your right and then roll into the final swing, which is going to be a slightly bit delayed. When this happens, you're just going to want to dodge into the fire as it's coming, and you should be fine. But do not rest just yet, because he'll probably follow up with another fire swing and then do a jumping impalement into the ground. You're just going to want to roll to the right or left to avoid this, because it is going to have an explosion. So being in front of it is not a good idea, so I don't recommend rolling back. It's also a good time to get in a punish, or you could heal. So Messmer's grab attack. This is one of the most deadly in the whole fight. If you do not have at least 60 vigor, good fire defense, and have almost all your health, this will definitely kill you. Thankfully though, it's easy to telegraph and very easy to dodge. All you have to do is just wait until you see Messmer bring his hand back with the fire, and as soon as he starts running forward, wait 1 second and then dodge. You could dodge to the right or left, but I recommend dodging into it. Evading this attack will allow for an easy punish or heal opportunity, so make sure that you watch out for the hand when it brings back. So now Messmer's spear swing smash combo. To dodge this, he'll usually start off by making his blade fire-like, and then we'll do a spin around you before going to the other side of the arena. You're going to want to dodge into his spinning flame attack, like so, and then you're going to want to dodge to the right twice immediately, because he's going to do a series of fire impaling thrusts at you. You could also dodge into this to the right or left slightly too, but then you're going to watch and wait for him to jump up in the air. He's going to smash down, and you're going to dodge once, and then you're going to dodge into him again to evade the execution impalement spears. this is an excellent time to get in a hit or two or heal. This is one of his best punishment windows, and he does this in both phase 1 and 2. Now, sometimes after Messmer does one thrust with his spear, he will then bring up this Sve Arc, and then he will stab his spear into it. This is going to not only make his attack more powerful, but it's going to have more fire range. So you do want to be rolling into him, not away. You're going to want to dodge his first thrust, and then always expect him to follow up with 2 quicker ones. If you're rolling diagonally into him, then you should be able to dodge all these thrusts. If he does his final third thrust, make sure to punish it. Now, this one you'll see in many of his combos, but he actually does a delayed overhand swing to a delayed, you'll want to dodge into or away from the swing, and then when he puts his spear into the ground and starts moving it, wait exactly 1 second, and then as soon as he thrusts up, dodge to the left. Dodge to your left or right. This is another opportunity to get in a hit or to heal. Now, Messmer has this fire jump spin. Now, you can actually make it through this with only 1 roll. You'll actually want to be underneath him, and then as soon as he brings his blade around, you are going to roll into the attack. Then from here, expect a jumping uppercut, which you could just roll to the right or left for, and then roll again away from him for the explosion down thrust at the end. Then you could get in a hit. So instead of the thrust attacks, sometimes he'll start with a thrust, follow up with another swing to the right and then another swing to the left before doing one last thrust. In this case, you're going to do exactly what you did before, but instead you're going to roll into him because the fire that comes out of that can hit you if you roll back or to the side. And you're going to do that 3 times, including the spear thrust at the end. This is another good opportunity to punish or heal. Messmer can also do a jumping thrust attack, just roll to the side. And then immediately expect him to follow up with a fire swab to a thrust, another thrust, and then a fire slash. All you have to do is just keep rolling into him to dodge that. If you're at a medium range, Messmer can also summon 1 single fireball. You're going to wait for it to spin, and then as soon as it pursues you, you're going to roll into it or to the side. So Messmer can also do a jumping attack and a spear throw. There will be a recovery window where Messmer will be getting back his spear, and it'll just form his hand. This is a perfect opportunity to get in at least 2 strikes with your blade or heal if you need to. And that is all of his moves in phase 1 and when's the best time to punch and heal. Now for phase 2. In phase 2, Messmer will always start off with the same thing he did in phase 1, but instead he'll be a giant serpent instead. There's going to be this giant ball. He's going to be slightly delayed. If you want to get on your physic, you can now if you haven't used it yet. But when you see the serpent start to go in and do a bit of squiggles, it's going to hit the ground. It most likely will not hit you, so just wait for the explosion timing and dodge in. Then as soon as you see him forming, you can get in 1 to 2 strikes. Messmer will do something very similar to phase 1 where he'll make his blade flame and then do a spinning run jump attack at you. You're going to dodge into this like you did in phase 1, and then you are going to roll into his next attack, which is going to be the fire suave jump, and then he's going to crash down. You're going to dodge to the right or left, and you should be able to dodge this. Also, you might be able to get in 1 hit, but don't rely on it too hard. When you see Messmer do this little side backflip, that means he's going to do a impaling spin into you. Immediately be ready to dodge to the right or left or into him to avoid this. Messmer will also summon a giant snake head. Now, I don't get the dodge here on the second one, but you want to wait to dodge into the snake's chomp right as soon as the snake's mouth is completely open. Then you're going to roll into its attack. He will do this 3 times, so just be ready to roll when the snake's mouth is completely opened. Messmer can also summon 5 snake combo into you. You want to watch for the mouth to open, and you'll be able to dodge 2 of them at once. The first 2 snakes will go to the side, the 3rd snake will go down, the 4th snake will try to go straight into you, so rolling to the right is very effective, and if you've been moving a little bit backwards, the final snake shouldn't even reach you when it chomps. Now sometimes Messmer will either go back into the fireball explosion attack, which is one of his best punishers even in phase 2, or he'll do the jumping down explosion to the impaling spears coming up on the ground, another excellent move to punish or heal with. Messmer also has this really weird dolphin flip attack where he'll just do a quick swing of his blade. All you have to do is just dodge back. It's very quick, so be ready and watch his movement. Messmer can also summon a snake to do just one overhand bite. All you have to do is just dodge to the right or left, and you will make it out of this move. Messmer can also summon a single snake to do a quick swipe bite attack. To dodge this, just wait until you see him clench his hand down and then dodge to the right. And with that, that is all the attacks that Messmer can do and the best times to punish and heal. With enough practice and patience, you will be able to defeat Messmer the Impaler. I believe in you. And you will also obtain, upon felling the demigod, Messmer's Kindling and the Remembrance of the Impaler, which the Remembrance of the Impaler, if you give this to Enya, back at the Round Table Hold, can either give you the Spear of the Impaler or Messmer's Fire Orb. And there you guys go. That is how to defeat Messmer the Impaler. If this video was helpful, please be sure to leave a like for all my hard work and commitment, and subscribe to the notification bell for more Elden Ring guides. Also, if you guys haven't already, check out the Discord server and join it. Link is in the description below. And check out my Elden Ring playlist. There you can find all the tutorials on the game, both base and DLC. We got them both over there. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and peace out, y'all. With that, it is over.
Narka, a curse upon thee.
With that, it is over. Remembrance of the Impaler.